Hi guys, welcome to your second injection of silly social media-ness. I'm Sam Flynn, your thoughtful host for today, and today we are looking at Facebook cover images. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So we're going to look at what a Facebook cover image is, what the rules are surrounding those, different ways you could be using it, and then how to create your own as well. So a few different things to cover off here today. So first of all, your first toddler alert. I'm just going to show you what the cover image actually is over on Facebook. Literally going to take a few seconds, so hang about if you already know this. So over on Facebook, your cover image is this big banner that sits right at the top of your Facebook page. When you hover over it, you get the option to change the cover. So first of all, the rules. Now Facebook have set some quite stringent rules around what you can stick in your cover image. So let's have a look at what those are. So first of all, you can include no price or purchase information, such as 20% off. So you can include nothing that suggests anything about the price of a product or service. Secondly, you can't include any contact information, such as a web address, an email, a phone number. Obviously, it would be brilliant if we could, but Facebook has said no chance, no contact information. And then thirdly, you can't have any references to Facebook user interfaces. Now that sounds very technical. Really all it means is you can't point to the like button and say like our page. So you can't reference anything around Facebook, or you can't kind of point and say share this, that kind of thing. And you can't include any calls to action, so buy now or do this, do that. No calls to action, nothing that would lead people to take a next step. And then finally, the space you need to use is 850 by 315 pixels. I'm going to show you how to create your own on here. It doesn't matter if it doesn't fit exactly that, to be honest, because Facebook will let you drag it around and move it. But if you need to get graphics done professionally, then that's what you need to be telling the person you've got. You know, we need an 851 by 315 pixel image. So they're the rules. Now, what happens if you break those rules? Well, Facebook can pull your page down. They're not particularly trawling all through everyone's pages to check that you're complying with the rules. So it would really be if someone else actually grassed you up and told Facebook that you'd gone and broken those rules. So if you want to push them, push them. I've certainly seen a few cover images that have pushed the rules, but best really to stick to them and feel safe in the knowledge that your page is going to remain. So let's look at a few examples of what companies are doing with their cover image. I've decided to go down the motoring examples. So the first one is RAC. And you can see RAC's fan page. What they've done is they've integrated their profile picture with their cover image, which is quite a nice look. So that little profile picture with RAC, the driving people, that in it, that will appear next to all their updates. But as you can see, it's really integrated with their cover image. And it's a really nice kind of, sunny feel to it. It's got a certain sort of relaxedness to their cover image. And probably for me, actually, it just reminds me of sort of sitting on a motorway embankment in the middle of lovely countryside waiting for the RAC. Maybe that's what they're trying to achieve with that. So that's an example of how you could integrate your profile picture with the cover image that sits behind it. Another one is using your team. So this is a local company here in Manchester in the UK who are very much focused on their people, and that, yeah, they work hard, but they really like to have fun at work too. So they got this massive team shot done of obviously everyone having loads of fun. And I think that sits really nicely as their cover image, and really kind of sets them apart from other people in that industry. So have a think about maybe how you could use your team or people that work within your business, or even just yourself, for instance. Use your face and imagery. Autoglass have gone down a similar route. They've got their team behind them there, possibly, or it could just be stock models that they've used. But also you can see straight away what it is they do. They've got the windscreen there. They've got someone with some kind of amazing power tool, thinking he's, really cool, like Rambo with his power tool, and then obviously the friendly face at the end of the phone. So obviously they're trying to really put across their personality and values in the image, which is a really good strategy to do. Stick with what your values are. I think they've done that really well here, while putting across actually what it is they do at Autoglass. And then the last kind of team one I want to show you is this from Ford. I think this is really, really cool. They've got some of their staff, they're dressed up sorted through them to make the Ford logo, and I think that looks pretty cool. Ace if you could do something similar. Obviously it's on a pretty large scale, but again, just sort of thinking a bit differently, thinking about what other people aren't doing. Another example is using your products like BMW have done here. So they've highlighted just one product, the new BMW X1. So rather than trying to kind of cover everything off, it's like, well, actually, this is the new thing we're trying to push out there. So they've stuck it on their cover image. Again, if you've got a product or a service or something you want to get out there at that time, you could use it to showcase that with some imagery as well. And then here's one I came across the other day, kind of steering away from the motor industry, no pun intended. In fact, yeah, I did intend it. And I came across Starbucks' Facebook page. Now, Starbucks are really good with social media. Definitely go and connect with their Facebook page. Go and click that like button because they just do it really well. And previously their cover image was all about coffee, but actually we're going through a bit of a warm spell in the UK. We've actually got a summer, which we're not really used to. And no one really wants a hot coffee on a summer's day. So they changed their cover image to this, to their frappuccinos. And, looking at that cover image, you just think of summer, don't you, with the sunglasses and the girls smiling. And, it just really makes it a lot more seasonal. So have a think about how you could make your cover image really seasonal, how you could change it so that actually it fits with the seasons or things that are going on, events. So I think that's really a cool idea from Starbucks there. Again, no pun intended. And then finally, you could use your logo simply as your cover image if your logo is enchanting enough. I mean, not all logos are that exciting, but I think this one pretty much is, top of the range as an exciting logo. But what I've got on this page is the Silly Social Media logo as the Facebook cover image. And, it looks cool. It stands out. It instantly puts across what the name of the business is. So, you might have a play with your logo, whether that fits in there or whether it only fits really in your profile picture. But what I want to do is I want to change that. I don't think I really do want my logo as the main cover image. And in fact, what I want to try and do is maybe stick that logo so that my face kind of sits in the profile picture bit. And then the Silly Social Media sits to the side of that. So it's like a replication of my logo. So I'm going to change my cover image. And I'm going to walk you through how I do that by simply using a Word document. Now, this is all powered through Microsoft rather than Apple. So if you are an Apple user, you might need to just kind of have a Google search of the best way to use it yourself. But this is more Word and Microsoft focused. So let's make your own cover image. So first of all, you need to open up a Word document, and then you need to insert just your usual kind of auto shape. If you go to Insert and Shapes, and just include a rectangle there. And then what I've done, because I want it to kind of have two elements to it, the bit where it kind of integrates with the profile picture, I've just put another auto shape over the top there in the bottom half, just to kind of split that up so I can see what I'm doing. And then any imagery I want to use, I've got here ready on my page. So you can see the images I want to include in this. I've got them kind of sat outside of the box so I can play around with them. What you'll need to do with those images is make sure that when you go to Picture Tools and Wrap Text, that it is in front of text. So make sure it's in front of text for all the images so you can move them around freely. And I've also got a text box here with the words that I want to include on my cover image as well. So now it's just a case of sticking them in where I want them. And to be honest, I haven't actually measured this shape. I've just sort of pulled it together as what I think represents a cover image. I want to keep this as least technical as possible. It might be that it's the wrong shape, when you go to load up your image and Facebook says it's too small or too big. So just have a play around with it till you get the template right, and then obviously save that so you can keep changing your cover image. So I'm going to sit this where I think would probably be just next to the picture. So I'm going to sit that there. And then the wording I want to have in the bottom banner. So I'm just going to move that to just to sit there. And then my pictures, I just want to be randomly kind of dotted on the top of the banner here. So I'm just going to move those over. And then what I really want to do is I want the bottom area to be white, but I want this top area here to have a colour to it. So I'm just clicking on that image Go into drawing tools and shape fill, and I'm going to make that blue, I think. And what's cool about these images is they blend in, so they look pretty cool, kind of popping out from this blue. But the bottom area I want to keep white. And then also I don't want to have these lines in it either, so I'm just going to click on this box and again go to drawing tools and then shape outline, and I'm going to say I don't want an outline on it, just to get rid of that line. The other line can stay, that's fine, because I'll show you why now. So there's our kind of image. We've got it as a Word document, not very kind of graphically sophisticated, but nice and easy to do. Then if you go to your Start menu and you go to Accessories, and then in Accessories, if you go to Snipping Tool, now what Snipping Tool does is it lets you snip an area of the screen. Rather than taking a print screen, you can just snip one area. So I'm just going to use my little cross to go just inside the box that I've created. So I'm not including any lines because I'm inside the box. And I'm going to bring it down a little bit as well. And we're going to go for that area. And there's my image. So I just go to File and I'll save that as well. So it's ready to use. So now we have our image, it's time to see how it will look on Facebook itself. So just go to Change Cover and we're going to upload a photo for this. And then once you've uploaded your picture, you'll see you just can drag to reposition it. So I want to get my white line in line with that profile picture, so that's about right. And I'm going to save the changes on that so you can see how it looks. And there it is, my brand new cover image. So you can see how it's integrated there with the profile picture, which is the headshot from my logo. And I'm thinking that looks pretty cool. So have a go yourself with that snipping tool. If you haven't got a snipping tool on your computer, try print screen and cropping, or just have a Google for an alternative to the snipping tool. But I think that's a really easy way to create your own, which means you should be able to actually keep changing your cover image. Keep it nice and fresh and always be changing it. So here's your silly summary for Facebook cover images. Number 1, don't forget what the rules are. Try and stick to them as much as you possibly can. And if you want to bend the rules, well, you're the daring one, because I'm not going to do that. I want to keep my page up and running. But just make sure that your cover image sticks to the rules as much as possible. Number 2, see if you could incorporate your profile picture with your background cover image. Number 3, think about how you could use the people in your business or even just yourself as a good way of incorporating a more friendly, personal feel to your cover image. Number 4, use it to showcase a current product or service that you want to get out there. Number 5, think of seasonality and things that are much more applicable at that time that you could use as your cover image. Number 6, you could even think of using your logo in there if you think it fits. Don't use your logo in the cover image and the profile picture though. And then number 7, make your own cover image. So using the Word document and the snipping tool, pull together your own image, and then you can change it really often, which is a great thing to do with your cover image. Keep it nice and fresh and change it fairly regularly. So that's it for another episode of Silly Social Media. I shall see you again next time, and as always, in the meantime, please head over to that Facebook page that you've just seen. Let me know what you thought today, and also send me on there your links to your Facebook page and we can have a look at those cover images that you've created. Follow me on Twitter as well at _Sam Flynn. I'm always happy to connect on there. Tell me that you're a Silly Social Media member too, so I can see what you're up to and we can keep connecting, and connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll see you again soon. Ta-ra.